You got an Elon for me today? What's he up to? Planning to build his own city near the Texas capital. The scale of the proposed project remains unclear. You know what he's going to do? He's going to do the line. Remember in Saudi Arabia, the line?
Yeah.
That's what he's going to do.
He's going to do a mini version in Texas.
Mini line in Texas.
Yeah.
They're describing it as a town, but observing that Musk has discussed expanding the settlement on the scale of an entire city. It's a commune. He's going to have all his best pals. And like, I get you a house in the street. We'll put a gate on the front, and we can all be the best pals together.
Mm-hmm. Or is that a cult?
It gets closer the more you go.
Off.
Musk envisions a Utopia settlement in which his employees would live and work. The Wall Street Journal reported realtors working with Musk say he would like to create a situation wherein his employees at Tesla, SpaceX, and Boring might live for below market rental costs. Again, the property business. Wow. So if he buys up all the property, creates these communities, he can kind of set the price, I suppose, and he can negotiate with builders to get things down and buy certain land and everything else. It's almost a little reminiscent of how you have those manufacturing cities in China. Now, I'm not saying he would do it exactly the same way, but have you ever been to these places? Were you there?
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
You live there, you work there, kids go to school there.
It's almost like maybe he's building like a little Silicon Valley, you know?
Well, Silicon Valley has kind of happened a little bit more organically and sprawled out as a consequence of...
This is forced.
Well, I'm just saying it wasn't... Once you get into community building, I'm talking physically building. Like, I am going to buy farmland and put houses on it. That's the level of intent there is pretty substantial. But you remember how he was living in that like modular house and it was worth $50,000 and he's like, why is housing so expensive? Like, this is fine. This is all I need. At least that was the word on the street at the time. It was like, yeah, he's living in this little box and he didn't care. I don't know. What was it called? Boxable? Was it ever confirmed or denied? Because I saw other people post pictures like, nah, he's not living in the box. He's actually, he has one of these like near SpaceX, but then he also just had a really small house. I remember Grimes was complaining about it. She's like, crime or proximity to neighbors. And she's like, I can't even remember what the posts were on social media.
Yeah, there's a lot of like reports of this is his house.
Yeah, but
is it actually confirmed?
Well, all it is pictures of like the product promotionally. Like, there's no picture of the actual prefab house sitting.
You want Elon to be in the house in his pajamas.
Never mind. You can't even get a picture of it just on a plot of land. All the pictures of this thing are in, or is that it right there? Go click on that. Maybe that's it because I see like a map or something. Okay, sure.
This is the Boxable house.
I know, but they're saying, I think in this case that
could he be living in an Airstream?
Well, some people obviously are, but you see how you have the rocket in the background and they're moving the Boxable in. So this is more specific. This is actually at SpaceX.
Okay.
So there is a Boxable there. Does it mean he's permanently living in it? I doubt it. Does it mean he takes a nap in there every so often? Yeah, sure. Why not? Look at him towing it with the Model X as well. That's pretty impressive. No, well,
that's cool.
Just tow your house around like that?
Yeah.
But once you get the guy who's doing the RV, the battery-powered RV with the solar panels, well, that's all you need there. Then you can just leave it attached, and your house goes with you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so he's going to do his own little commune over there. He purchased at least 3,500 acres of land around Austin, though some local realtors have speculated that the billionaire may control as much as 6,000 acres. The electric vehicle mogul moved to Texas back in 2020. That's a lot of acres. 6,000 acres. Now, he's going to have to get in. I think he already is in with the municipal government there. Governor as well of the state. And so he's going to have to say, look, I want some zoning over here because it's not, as you know, Will, you got some farmland. You can't just all of a sudden start slapping up houses. The city has to sign off and be like, oh, yeah, you can use it like that. And then the environmental people have to come along and go, where's the water going to drain? And what about the nesting birds and whatever else? I'm not downplaying it. It's just the process is long and drawn out. And it's not as simple as just like slapping it up. Now, maybe you get around some of that if you do a huge Boxable installation, but that is going to look like some post-apocalyptic weirdness.
Yeah, just neighborhoods of the same exact house.
Ooh, I don't know. Something.
It's like,
I don't know. Why is that so terrifying, that prospect?
Yeah.
Too much uniformity.
Yeah.
Is freaky.
You can't customize anything.
Mm-hmm.